A very good afternoon to all. I welcome all the participants, teachers, teacher educators, and all the dignitaries. Today, I'll be talking about different technology tools which are useful for all of us in teaching learning process. So, topic for my today's session is advanced technology tools for teaching learning. Before starting my session, let me congratulate and thank Ms. Manisha Thakur and Mr. Viral Dedia for creating very useful and informative learning management system called EdFly. Under the platform of EdFly, they are providing a beautiful teaching learning material to all the teachers who are working in the field of education. So I'll be demonstrating few of the tools which tools we can incorporate in our daily teaching life and how we can connect it with LMS and how we can be more effective in our teaching. So let me first begin with a quote of Alvin Toffler. He says, "The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." Because this is the era where we have to unlearn many things and relearn many things. Because technology is changing day by day, needs of education are changing day by day. As we see in this picture, evolution of learning, use of technology for teaching learning. Previously, we were using blackboard and chalk. Then we shifted to whiteboard and marker. Then transparency slides over as overhead projector. Then I think recently we were using PowerPoint presentation. Suddenly you can see how fast we went. Then we started using CAI, web-based learning teaching tool, video conferencing, e-classroom, wireless technology, and now innovative technology. Here, this part is very, very essential to know because Education 4.0 is a new challenge in front of all the teaching fraternity. We can say there are four revolutions like industry revolutions, industry 4.0, you must know all this concept of this. And in first revolution of education, this figure is given by Thailand Cyber University. In 1.0, we were using lectures and memorization. In second revolution, 2.0, internet-enabled learning was there. In 3.0, knowledge producing education was there. And in fourth generation, that is where we are today, is we have to produce new system, new learning management, new concepts, new methodologies, which are very innovative and creative to adapt. So, the fourth revolution is characterized by the fusion of technologies, including that is enabling technologies for industry 4.0 or education 4.0, because it has greater impact on minds of students. You all must have heard about all these words, that is augmented reality, virtual reality, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, that is machine learning or deep learning, big data analytics, cloud computing, that is cyber security, 3D printing, digital simulation, and robotics. All these things which has given by industry 4.0, we have to incorporate in education 4.0 because it is need of an hour. If we are teaching future generations, if we are making future generations aware about what changes are there in future, we have to be well versed with all these terms, all these technologies. So it is very, very essential. But I always believe, and we all must believe, that technology will replace teachers. Never. It will not happen. We do not believe that technology will replace teachers, but it may fundamentally change the role of teachers and lead to new teaching tools and practices. So what we have to do is, if we see the new generation, the younger people, they are not ready to work at the same place for lifetime. They always want to upgrade themselves. They always want to learn many new skills, and they want to shift their viewpoint. They want to have the cultural expectations of the workforce are changing. We can say that to face the new challenges of future, we must go on and on. We must learn new things. We must adapt technology, and we must teach in the classroom situation accordingly. So let me tell you the beautiful thing that is edflylearn.com. This is a learning management system which provide few features for teachers. You will see this kind of screen. Before going to next slide, let me share with you exactly the website of it. So let us go on the website of Edfly. You just have to go to Google and type edflylearn.com. You will see this kind of website. Here you can go to get started for free. So you just click on this and you will be able to see the next screen, which will ask you to register. So you have to provide all your details like full name, email, if you are a student or a teacher, institute name, password, and submit. After submitting, you will get a login and password. So I already have got my login and password. I am putting here my contact number, and I am putting my password here. Okay, so I'm logging in as a teacher. So after signing in, you will see here that I directly go to the dashboard of this LMS. So you can see here, I have just created my login. So total courses, total chapters, total students, total subtopics I have to create here yet. So 0 is showing here. Then I can schedule my things, and you can go to the next, that is content is here. In content page, if I click on my content, I think I can add my content from here. You can write the academic year, course, year, class, division, subject, and class of the student, and select course configuration. Then if I go to resource library, I can see some resources. I can add some resources here. Then there is a content store. Then syllabus is there. I can have my own syllabus, that is on course. If I want to select any course, I'll type here division, subject, year, class, search, and chapter configuration is also there. In the next part, I think it is manage students and manage responses. If my students are responding to my content or my course material, I'll be able to manage my responses here. So I can see what kind of answers my students have given, and I will be able to use it. And in manage courses, if you see, I can create my own course. I can add here my course. Division is here, year and class is here. And for a different subject, I can have my classroom here for my different subjects, whatever subjects I am teaching as a class teacher. So this is very informative and very user friendly. I mean, just in first login, I could see and I could get what exactly Edfly Learn is providing. So detailed session will be there afterwards. So I will not go into detail. So just keep in mind, these kind of things are available, and we have to incorporate all these things for better future of our students. So let me again share with you my presentation, and here we were. Okay. So let me share my screen again. So here we are. So there are different tools which we can incorporate, which we can use, and we can put in our LMS. For example, if I am using Edfly as a LMS platform, and I want to take some test of students. So here I have, I'm sharing some applications. The first one is TestMoz. Just go on the website of TestMoz and you will be able to give different kinds of tests to the students. We can create MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. We can have short answer questions. We can have yes or no answer questions. So this facility is available in test mode. Or you can create your YouTube channel. You can record your videos, create your YouTube channel and put some videos. You can give direct link to the LMS. Then MindMaster can be used to have different kinds of maps. For example, if you are a geography teacher or history teacher or science teacher, if you want to use any kind of maps, this facility is available. So just go on MindMaster and you will be able to draw different graphs. Google Forms, I think all of you know, every day we are using it, we are filling different forms, we are creating it, so I will not go in detail of it. Blackboard.fi, I'll be showing one demo of it, and then classroomscreen.com. So I'll be showing demo of these two. Then next, let us go to few more applications, some technology tools. I think you all are know about Prezi, which is a presentations tool. With help of this, we can use different kind of presentations. It is some additional features than PowerPoint presentations in Prezi there are. Then Haiku Deck, I'll be showing one demo of it. Then Scratch is there, Animoto, Pixton, Boom Writer, Visme, ThingLink, EduCreation, Socrative, Edmodo, Schoology, Pick2Chart. I'm not telling you details because I'll be showing you a demonstration of it in my next part of presentation. Then OpenShot, YouTube, Downloader, VLC Media Player, we are using it regularly. Then Storybird is there, Quizlet is there again for taking quiz. Blogster is there, FlipSnack, Padlet, Story Jumper, Google Form, Google Classroom, Google Docs, we all of us know. Then video recording with PPT voiceover, it's very easy to do. Screencast-O-Matic is there, OBS Studio is there, Presentation Cube is there. So these are the recorders where you can record your lecture or you can put on your YouTube channel. Few more applications are Nearpod, Screencast-O-Matic where you can record your lectures. VoiceThread is there. If you are having any presentation and you want to use voice to your PPT, you can use VoiceThread. Explain Everything, Whiteboard, then Lesson Up for creating lesson plans. Loom is there again for recording. Screencastify for recording. Canva is there to create posters or your any kind of leaflet or brochure or certificate, you can use it. Here are some references I have taken because in next part I will be showing some demonstrations. So let me brief with some references I have taken from graphicmama.com. I have taken some ideas from youtube.com and some from slideshare.net. And in conclusion, let me tell you, technology is a friend of education and there is no reason to fight this trend. Right on the contrary, by incorporating digital tools in classroom, you become an effective school leader who fosters innovation. So the recording of this session or all these tools, if you want to see again what kind of tools I showed or what tools we can incorporate, what are the advanced tools, because whenever we just see, we forget. If you want to again recall all these things, you just go on my YouTube channel, go on YouTube, type my name, Dr. Sandhya Khedekar. You will be able to see my channel. And all these technology tools recording will be available there. So I'll be putting my video after this session on my YouTube channel, and you just go on my channel and don't forget to subscribe it for new upcoming tools whichever I am putting on my YouTube channel. Once again, I'm thankful to Edfly because I'm going to start my demonstration right now. That's why I'm completing my PowerPoint presentation here and I'm starting with my demonstration. And let me thank again Edfly and the whole team for their efforts to reach to all school teachers and teacher educators, because it is very, very necessary to understand many things are available online. If you surf on Google, you will see thousands and thousands of things are available. But exactly what is necessary to me and what I have to use, so all these kind of platforms provide you. So I'm very thankful to Edfly for providing this platform. And now let us begin with some of the demonstrations. The Google and type classroomscreen.com. And after typing this, you can go on the page of classroom screen, and this kind of page will be visible. It's very easy to install. You just have to launch the new classroom, and after launching, it will just show you page like this. And very beautiful features this classroom screen is having. You can see few options here. If I want to change this background of the screen, I just go on the background and you will see many photos, still photos, and some animations also. You can click on any and your background image will get changed. But I always prefer animation because animation gives you different impact. I will show you how. Suppose I click on this image, and you can see here on this image, this is an animated image. And while teaching in classroom, student might get impact that they are sitting on the seashore and water is coming towards them. It's like wave of knowledge. That knowledge is coming towards them, and very beautiful animations classroom screen is having. You can select any. There is second option called random names. Suppose I want to type something, I can type hello, or I can choose any option here. Then dice is there. Then if you are playing any game with the students, you can choose this option of dice, and it is very much useful in the quiz also. There is one more option, student sound level. Suppose in the classroom students are making any noise. So this will show you actually the level of the noise, and you can press on this bell icon. If noise is more, the bell icon, it will have some sound, and students will come to know that we are making more noise and they will keep quiet. This is one of the beautiful option. So I am making this disable. Okay. So next is draw. Before that, QR code is there. I will tell you that later. In text box, you can type anything. You can choose any pen. You can choose the color, and you can type or write anything you want. Suppose I want to say hi to my students, or I want to draw some diagram. I can do that with help of this tool. Then next is work symbol. Very beautiful feature it is. Suppose on the screen, if you want students should be silent, so you can enable this symbol. There is one more option, that is whisper. You can ask students to speak slowly. There is ask neighbor. If they have to discuss something, they can ask to their neighbor. And if they are doing any group activity, you can have this symbol enable, that is work together. Then next is traffic light. It is one of the beautiful feature of this classroom screen. If any quiz is going on, or you are doing any examination, you can ask student to stop. Just click on this button. This red button means stop. You can ask student to wait by this yellow color, and you can ask student to start or go with this color. So this is one of the nice feature of classroom screen. Then we have timer here. You can put timer for any examination or any activity. You can keep stopwatch. Stopwatch facility is also there. Then we have clock here. If you want to enable clock on your screen, you can enable this clock over here. And we have calendar also. If you want to give some schedule, timetable of the next week or any other schedule, or if you want to show any demo, you can use this calendar over here. And there is one option right side here, that is, if you don't want all these icons here, you can ask students it's not there, or you can again enable it. And this one, this QR code is there. If you want your students to join the class, you can ask your students, just go open your mobile, scan this QR code and join the class. So they will be easily able to join your class with the help of this QR code. So these beautiful features are there, and it's freely available, my friends, and it can be used effectively in teaching learning purpose. Then I will be showing you one more technology tool, that is whiteboard.fi. Just go on the Google and type whiteboard and visit the page of this website, and here you can see the options new, join. We have not created any class yet, so we will say new class, and you just have to type your name. So I'll type my name, Sandhya K, and enable waiting room lobby, enable image upload for students. You can check any you want and create new class. Okay, so after creating class, it will allow me to use my class and my whiteboard. This is the room code. This code I can give to my students, and my students can join with me in this whiteboard. Okay, so here already I had done some work, so I'll clear this whiteboard and let us see what we can do here. Here you can see free drawing mode is there, so you can use it for, you can select it and you can draw whatever you want. Okay, then there is an eraser. If you want to erase it, you can erase. There is draw text. You can draw a text box and you can type anything if you want to type here. Lines and arrows are also there. You can select any line and you can put the line here. Then some figures are there. So if you want to draw a triangle, you can have it. If you want to draw a rectangle, you can draw a rectangle. If you want to draw a circle, you can have circle here. Some other shapes are also there. If you want to insert an image, for example, I want to insert this image of a child sitting on the chair with mobile. I can insert this image here, and if I want to insert background image, for example, this is a background image of stay home, stay safe. I want to put it on the back side, on the background. You can put it here. So some color combinations if you want to select. So I have chosen this color and I want to have this kind of shape. So colorful boxes I can put. I can put some text box inside and I can write. So whatever things you want to do, it works like your chalkboard, and it's very easy to use it. It is very user friendly, and children or students, they really like this kind of thing. So whiteboard, just visit whiteboard.fi and create your classroom, share the room code with your students and enjoy this facility. Dear friends, let me show you some demonstration that what kind of various technology tools we can use for teaching learning purpose. For that, let me share my screen with you. I will take to one beautiful website. While searching for some technology tool, I could get this website. The website is graphicmama.com, and on this website you will be able to see 20 digital tools for classroom, for innovative teachers and students. And as all of us know that in education 4.0, in fourth revolution of education, we have to be innovative and we must use new and advanced technology tools for teaching learning purpose. So let me share with you that here you can see 20 different tools. I will be sharing some information about it, and I will show some demos of it. Due to constraint of time, I will not be able to show demos of all the tools, but few I will definitely try, because 21st century students has to enhance the professional practice for using all these technology tools. First, you can see here is Prezi. I think most of the teachers and teacher educators, they are aware about this tool. This is actually used for presentations. The innovative way in which Prezi helps you make presentation by zooming leads to more effective and more persuasive and more engaging presentations compared to presentation made with PowerPoint. When some additional features to PowerPoint are given in Prezi, and a very good effects you can use here. So it's we can say a next version to PowerPoint. So Prezi is one of the best tool where you can make your presentation very effectively. Then second is Haiku Deck. It is suitable for students as well as teachers, and one of the best feature of it is that you can, if you don't have your laptop or desktop at home, you can use iPad or iPhone. So on phone also you can use this. So let me share the video how you can use. This is just a 1-minute video. So if you are using your mobile or your iPhone, you have to just select some diagrams. You have to download this Haiku Deck from Play Store in your mobile, and you can share your stories. You can enlive your meetings, speak an idea, and there are different modes that where you can teach a lesson, and you can add some presentations in it, and this can be used. So this is one of the impact making tool, and it is very user friendly. And let us go to the next tool, that is Scratch. The name of the tool is Scratch, and it is useful for the students between age group of 8 to 16. And this digital tool lets students create engaging projects like games, animations, interactive art, stories, and more. Means if students are making programs, Scratch is definitely one of the digital tool in the classroom situation where students can use it very effectively. You can see the demo, or you can go on this website and you can see demo. It is of 12 minutes, so I'm not showing it. So let us move to the next, that is Animoto. It is suitable for all age groups. Means Animoto helps you create animated videos easily. And you can create photo slideshows, stitch various videos together, and text and more images to come up with a truly engaging video. Let us watch it, how we can use it effectively. So if you are creating your first video, step 1 is select your style. You can select any style. You can search, or you can customize the style. If you have ready-made image, you can use that. Step 2 is upload photos, videos, clips. You can select the music also if you want to select. And you can upload any photo in this presentation. You can add music. You can add text with title cards. Text is you can write here in whichever language you want. Then add captions to photos. So if you have put any photos, you can add captions to those photos with help of the keypad. Then edit your photos right within your videos. If you want to edit some photos, if any photos, if you want that more portion is given, you can cut and crop that photo. You can apply it. Brightness you can change. You can have shadows. You can highlight something in photo if you want. So photo editor is available here, and you can arrange your clips. If you want to change the sequence of the photos, you can change the sequence, and accordingly you can arrange your presentation over here. So trim video clip to any length. If you feel that a video is more lengthy, so you can edit it, you can trim it, you can again rejoin it if you want, and you can watch it. If you feel that it is good, then you can save it. I can select any music. If music is available in your computer or in iPad, you can select that music, or you can have music from some websites also. Go on Google, search music, and you can preview that, produce and share this video. You can see Animoto is one of the beautiful tool you can use for any kind of presentation, and it is very easy to use, user friendly. You can add a number of photos, music, plus you can edit the videos, and you can share with your students by any social media. So this is one of the important tool. Then let us go to next, that is Pixton. Again, it is suitable for all age groups, and Pixton boosts the children's visual thinking and creativity while it engages them to the fullest. And this tool allows little and big students to make comics and storyboards. So this activity can be both educational and fun. If you are an educator, you can use try to use Pixton for free before introducing it to the kids, because it is perfect tool to boost students' imagination, and students can put their ideas, creative ideas, innovative ideas in this. So this is one of the important tool. This video is a little bigger, so I'm not showing you this. Let us go to the next one, that is Boom Writer. Again, it is suitable for all age groups, and especially for the students who write a story, who are good writer. Means we can see in the classroom situation also, there are some students who are very good writers. So we can encourage them to write some stories, and let us have with some creative ideas, and let them write the stories. You can use this tool. Then next is Explain Everything. This tool actually it is integrated with schoolwork, Dropbox, Evernote, G Drive, OneDrive, and more useful apps. So it is useful to interactive whiteboard, thus encouraging group activities. Let us see a small demo of it, that how to use this tool. So here you can see on the screen that you can write anything. You can have some flow chart. You can drag and drop files. If any file is already there in your PC or in your tablet, you can drag that PDF file. You can add or you can insert that file, and you can have a beautiful presentation. You just watch it. If you want to cut any part, you can cut it. If you want to mix anything, if you want to club two files, if you want to add some picture, if you want to highlight some text in it, you can highlight. And it can be used with mobile. You can share this to your students with any social media. So this is one of the nice and very important, beautiful tool, where you can just drag the image and you can drop, you can highlight, you can ask your students to take notes, you can type if you want, you can change the titles. If a book is there, if in the form of PDF, you can insert that book in this tool, and you can use it very effectively. So this was one of the tool. The name of the tool was Explain Everything. So you can explain everything with the help of this tool. Then let us move to the next, that is Edu Creations. Edu Creations is an alternative to Explain Everything. Means it is similar to Explain Everything, and it allows you to explain any kind of concept in an interactive digital environment, which means you can teach and learn from anywhere. So it is very similar to Explain Everything. So I'm not again showing video of it. Then next one is Blogster. It helps children learn by using visual content, and it allows you to create multimedia posters by combining text, information, photos, and videos. Let us have a small glimpse of it, that how to use it.
If someone asked you as a bear, where would you begin? Perhaps you could use Wikipedia to describe where bears live and what they eat. Or maybe you could use Google Images to show different types makes the bears look like. Or YouTube.
If you want to add some images, you can just like said it is, you can go to Wikipedia, you can go to Google, you can add some images. You can have some moving pictures, you can have animation here, you can add text, you can add some paragraphs, any information about any particular subject, about any particular topic. It will see like this. So presentation, you can make it very beautifully. So Glogster is one of the tool or application where you can add various images, animation, videos, text together, and you can explain to your students the topic. Mostly it can be used for geography and history subject, even for science subjects also. So it is one of the important technology tool. Let us go to the next, that is FlipSnack. It is useful for all kinds of students, all age groups. It boosts the engagement level of your class students. It is an app for creating digital flipbooks. So this digital tool can be used by teachers for educational purposes and by students for presenting projects in class in a really interesting way. The tool works with PDFs and JPGs. All you have to do is upload your image, write your information, and present it to the world. So let us have a small quick demo of it, that how to use it. So here you can use digital flipbook maker. Is actually one of the part where you can have your digital book and you can add your text, you can add your images, whichever image you want, and you can have edit text on that image. You can edit the text if you want, and here you can see, suppose I have on this page is from PDF file. I can change the color of it, I can edit picture on it, I can insert any picture if I want, then I can have some text on it. Here you can see some icons where you can share with your students. So this is one of the important and very useful tool for the students for teaching learning purpose. Then next is Padlet, where students and teacher contribute by pinning different images, videos and text files, links and more. So digital tools for classroom like Padlet motivate students to work together and brainstorm like a team. So you can customize the background, you can have blackboard, wood, sand and many more options. So it gives many options and you can customize it, you can use it for your teaching learning purpose. Let us go to the next, that is VoiceThread. It is again one of the digital tool, especially to practice the students' oral language. And when students have any problem in language, because mostly whenever there is a language teacher always say that there are very less number of tools or apps for languages. It's not like that. Actually, it is our creativity how we can use it. If we take an example of Google Classroom, so Google is providing Google Classroom platform freely for all the teachers, and you can create your own classroom for any subject and you can teach it. You can upload any file, you can upload any link, you can upload any video in it and you can use it. So here you can see that in VoiceThread you can add your voice, you can edit it, you can have text, and you can make your presentation in front of the students. Then next is Story Jumper, where I like this very much, because when I want to narrate any story, it is always beneficial when we use visual story, because if we narrate any story in the classroom situation, students will get little idea, or they must get little picture about the story when we narrate it. But when we show the story, it will be more useful, because Storylumper is certainly one of the digital tools for classroom which inspire a passion for reading and writing. So students will get more passionate about reading and writing. It is a collaboration of multiple students on a single storybook. And students collaborating on a storybook can video chat, which makes Storylumper great group projects. So let us have a quick demo of it, that how to use Storylumper.
On the left-hand side, you can see the various content types you can add. Let's go ahead.
You can see here that here you can see you can add some text box. So here again text box can be in a different form. Beautifully it is designed. You can write your sentence. If you want to change the font, you can change the font. You can increase the font size. You can make it bold, italics, or you can underline any part if you want. You can have color change option here, so you can change the color. You can make it big or small accordingly, if as you want. Here are some props. You can use some pictures, very beautiful pictures it shows. So for your story, if you need, here you can see some themes, and I want this picture, so I'll take this picture and I'll insert it here. So these are the characters of my story, and if I want to increase the image, I can increase. Okay, so let me increase the image. Then if you want to add some screens, so according to the theme of my screen, if I want a landscape image, if I want river in the background, if I want any mountain in the background, I can add. And if I want to add photo, I can add photo also. So there are beautiful photos incorporated in it. You can add some scenery. So you just have to click on the scenery and you can add that scene. So here you can see it's very beautiful to use, and students get interest because of this visual impact. And you can record your voiceover if you want to narrate something. So this is a picture I want to add, and if I want to record, I can add my voice here. I can narrate the story, and I can keep adding the pictures. And if I want to change the sequence, I can change. I can undo, I can add page, I can remove page, I can have multiple pages. So whatever kind of pictures I want to take, I can take. I can narrate the story, and I can use it for a story building. Or you in the classroom, if group of 10 student is there, you can have 10 different slides, and you can ask each child to add one image and narrate that story, and let the next child take the next image. So it will be a collaborative story maker. So students will get interest in it, and it will be beautiful creation of story. So this was one of the tool where we can use in the teaching learning. Let us go to the next, that is Storybird. So Storybird is again a digital tool motivating students to write and read stories, because nowadays if you see in teaching learning processes, if we explain something or if we narrate something, and if we tell a story, so telling a story is always beneficial, because students get interested in the content and they understand it better, because visual impact is there, audio impact is there, and it is very much useful to use. So again, it is similar to the previous one, so I'm not showing the demo of it. Now let us go to next, that is Quizlet. If as a teacher I want to assess my students, or I want to have some game or quiz of my students for fun activity or for assessment activity, so I can use this Quizlet. So let us have a quick demo of how we can use Quizlet. Actually, in Quizlet, you can use it on your mobile also. It is one of the very important tool where you can have some questions ready. You can insert some images if you want. On any subject, you can take a quiz. You just have to add questions. You can add some images. And here you can see, you can use flashcards, you can spell things, you can test, and if I want to add some images, some models, I can add those models in it. I can write the correct answer. I can give true or false, and I can check the answer again. Here you can see that it is very user friendly, and we can use it on mobile also if we don't have a laptop or desktop at our home. Next is Socrative. It is one of the tools that I really liked it, because using Socrative is fun for you and for your students. Basically, it is while you're taking a test, you can launch various types of assessment and follow the results in real time. So we can say it is one of the online tool or digital tool of assessment where you can take online examination of the students. Let me show you how it works and how we can go about it. So if you are a teacher of any subject, just take you want to take a test, you can have some questions of true false. You can have multiple choice questions, and here you can see that it shows answers in a way. You can have a quiz, then multiple choice, true, false, short answer is available, space race is there, and here you can see an icon of exit ticket. So if I want to add multiple choice question, I can add questions, I can give answers. And when my students answer, it will show me like this, that 100% is false, how many students have given correct answer, how many students have given wrong answer, it will show me. So creating quiz is again a very creative part. Teacher has to think more on it while developing a quiz for any content. So it can be used for all subjects. So language teacher, science teacher, mathematics or social science teacher, computer teacher, value education teacher, any teacher can use this. So Socrative is one of the interesting tool or assessment tool, we can say, where you can have a real-time exam of the student, and immediately you will get feedback that how many students have given answer correctly. You can put timer here also. You can see the demo in detail and you can just use it, go about. Then next is Edmodo, where I think most of the school teachers must be aware about it, because it is teachers, students and parents can join to this. This provides a platform. It is an education network actually. It provides digital classroom environment and gives you access to many resources. It is pretty much looks like the social media networks we know. So you will intuitively understand what, where and how to join the groups, communities and collaborate. So you can have a collaboration of group of students, group of parents, or even group of teachers, or you can have collaboration of different groups of different subject teachers. They can join to this platform and they can interact with each other. So let us have a quick demo that how Edmodo works. So let me tell you that in this platform, if I am a science teacher or I am a mathematics teacher and I want to put my content and I want my all students to join the class, the page looks like this. Here you can add some content of your subject. Even students can answer. They can have some quiz. They can give answers. They can upload some images. You can upload some images. It looks like social media. It look like a Facebook page or any social media page where you can share your thoughts. Students even can share their thoughts. You can manage the classes over here. You can add some profiles. You can add students. And this is one of the collaborative effort. Again, we can say you can edit the content, you can create a class, you can manage class, you can create groups. And creating class, again, just like Google Classroom, is one of the aspect where you can put your content of your subject. You can have some quiz, you can have some demonstrations, you can give some projects, you can upload your videos, you can upload your PDF files. So this is one of the beautiful tool I have seen. Let us go to the next tool or next application, that is Schoology. I think you all are aware about Google Classroom. So it is similar to Google Classroom. So as like any teacher can use Google Classroom for any subject, Schoology works like Google Classroom, where you can have your classroom, you can organize content easily, you can embed multimedia with the assignment description, you can record your audio or video within the platform, you can have a grade book, set completing rules, and many more. So it is one of the useful tool like Google Classroom. The name of the tool is Schoology. Let us go to the next. It is one of, again, the important and very nice tool, Pick to Chart, and it is suitable for students and teachers also. This tool allows you to create infographics, I think a presentation, poster, and more visuals. I think one more website is there, I showed in my presentation, that is canva.com. Like Canva, here you can have infograph, you can have your posters, you can have your presentations, and you can show to the students. So it is one of the tool like Canva. The name of the tool is Pick to Chart. And here the last one is Visme. It is very user friendly again, and it provides a classroom with for students and teachers also to create infographics, presentation, reports, and more visual content material. It is again similar to the previous one, that is Pick to Chart, having some different features, and you can visualize the data or assignment. Let us have a quick demo of how it works. So let me show you that in this Visme, you can create your posters, you can create your presentation, you can have your infograph. For example, if I want to make one brochure for my students, so what I will do, I will download this app of Visme, or similarly it can be done on Canva also, and I can add some images here, I can have some posters, I can have some video or animation also. I can edit the template. If you can see here, I'm creating one infograph. So it's like a template. You can see different templates over here. You can choose any template. You can choose from many. So monuments I want to take, suppose. So here you can customize virtually anything you want in that template. So you can customize it. You can change the color, and you can have some graphs also. There are a number of graphs, there are different types of graphs. So whatever type of graph you want to choose, you can choose the type of graph here. And here you can see, if even it is icon is shown of mobile, that means it is mobile friendly. On mobile also you can use this, and you can record your voice. So voice over facility is also available. For example, if I have given some animated picture over here, if I am inserting any video, so it will be very user friendly to add my voice. I can add my voice and I can show to the students. I can make any template, I can make any poster. It can be like a interactive image I can make in it. So my friends, in conclusion, I would like to say technology is always there to support all the teachers and students. We just have to learn few things. So as like I showed you some demos here, and 20 tools, that what kind of tools we can use. Some tools we can use for presentation, Some tools we can use for assessment, and few tools we can use for video purpose, some for storyteller thing. So here role of a teacher is that what kind of tool you want to use for your particular subject. It is up to you that, for example, if I want to teach any content, so first step is I must learn that what kind of technology tools are available for any particular content. I have to learn it, and nowadays all the demonstrations are available, all the videos are available of all the tools. So you can just surf it, you can search it, explore your knowledge, and try to learn that what tool is suitable for my content, and try to incorporate that, and give some training to your students, and students will be easily using it, because nowadays if we see, younger generation is more techno savvy and they learn it better. So whenever you want any kind of technology to use, it is up to the teacher that what kind of tool I'm going to use. So you can use any LMS platform also. So just go on it, explore, think, and use it.